The unicorn label gets tossed around a lot in basketball, but it's really accurate for Satou Sabally. She's unique and versatile in all the best ways. She's the kind of player who can truly do it all, but the journey to get here was tough. Across 3 continents, despite a number of injuries, she's turned into a 2-time All-Star starter who's using her voice to make things better. Not just in the WNBA, but for people around the globe. This episode of Difference Makers is presented by CarMax. Satou's multicultural upbringing shaped her into the person and player she is today. Through it all, family, basketball, and helping others have all stayed at the top of her priority list. She was born in New York City to a Gambian father and a German mother. Her family moved to Gambia when she was 2 years old to live in her father's family compound. When Satou was beginning school, they moved again to Berlin, Germany. When she was a junior in high school, Satou moved across Germany to Freiburg to play basketball for a professional team. This helped her land a scholarship to the University of Oregon, taking her more than 5,000 miles away from where she grew up. As the third of 7 children, Satou has a strong bond with her siblings. Her younger sister, Niara, is also in the W, playing for the New York Liberty. A local coach in Berlin foresaw the sisters' talent when they were just 9 and 8 years old, respectively. With their above-average height helping them stand out on the playground, they got invited to attend basketball camp. Satou was the only girl on her first youth basketball team, where she went from not getting the ball to carrying the whole squad. She said she began dreaming about playing in the WNBA as soon as she learned about it at age 14. At the same age, she was already playing in the pros in Germany, but didn't accept any pay so she could keep her college eligibility. She craved the American experience of advancing her education alongside her athletic career and to play in front of big crowds in the U.S. After visiting Oregon in 2016, Satou knew that it was the school and team for her, helped by the fact that she joined 2 more international signees in the Ducks' 2017 class. Satou joined an Oregon program that was on the rise thanks to stellar sophomore Sabrina Ionescu. Fresh off its first Elite 8 appearance in program history in 2017, Satou slotted into the Oregon rotation seamlessly, playing every game her freshman year and doing a little bit of everything at a high level, which earned her Pac-12 Freshman of the Year. This 2018 season was special. Oregon won the most games in school history and the Pac-12 Tournament Championship for the very first time. The Ducks made it back to the Elite 8 for the 2nd straight season, but lost to eventual champions Notre Dame. In year 2, Satou's scoring leapt up 6 points per game as she started every game again. She was the 3rd most efficient player in the country on a points per possession basis, according to Synergy Sports. Another 33-win season tied the school record, but this time the Ducks made it a game farther to the Final Four. They trailed by just 1 point entering the 4th quarter, but lost a close one to the eventual champions again, this time the Baylor Bears. The silver lining, if they could build on that trend, the Ducks were destined for an NCAA championship run in 2020 with both Sabrina and Satou returning, right? Their partnership was the foundation of Oregon's success. It was hard enough to stop one of them, let alone both. Satou believed their willingness to be selfless players enabled them to be such a dynamic duo. The 2019-2020 season started strong for the Ducks. Satou scored 25 points in an exhibition game against the U.S. women's national team. Oregon won 93-86, joining Tennessee in 1999 as the only college teams to beat the U.S. national team. Oregon dropped just 2 games all season, riding a 19-game winning streak into mid-March. The Ducks hadn't lost since January 10th. The last game of the season was always supposed to be a win, but that win wasn't supposed to come in the Pac-12 tournament final. Less than a week before it was scheduled to begin, the 2020 NCAA tournament was canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Satou was confident her team had a shot at the championship and said they were playing effortlessly beautiful basketball. They would have had to make it past South Carolina, who was on a 26-game winning streak of its own, but the tournament is always unpredictable. There will always be that what if. It wasn't the ending to her college career she envisioned, including never getting to suit up with her sister Niara, who missed 2 full seasons due to knee injuries. But after an All-American campaign, she decided to follow the dream of her 14-year-old self, forego her senior season, and enter the WNBA draft. After all, the Ducks were still in the capable hands of a Sabally sister who'd lead them in scoring, rebounds, and blocks the next 2 seasons. Satou was selected 2nd overall by the Dallas Wings in the 2020 draft, only behind her running mate Sabrina Ionescu, who went 1st to the Liberty. Satou had an untraditional rookie year, playing in the WNBA bubble due to the continuing pandemic. She battled a back issue and a concussion. Despite being limited to just 16 of 22 games, her scoring and rebounding outbursts merited a spot on the 2020 WNBA All-Rookie team. Injuries continued to plague her in the 2021 season. Achilles soreness kept her benched almost half of the 32-game season. When she was able to play, though, she showed flashes of what she could become and was voted an All-Star. The injury struggles continued into her 3rd season, where she played in only 11 regular season games. She never got the chance to fully settle in and find consistency. It took an immense amount of mental toughness and physical therapy to keep pushing forward, and that's exactly what Satou did. The 2023 season was an absolute breakout for Satou. After winning a EuroLeague championship with Fenerbahce, she arrived stateside, healthy and hungry. Before this year, she played a total of 44 regular season games. In the 2023 season alone, she started 38 games. What did she do with all of those games? Well, simply post a career best in every significant stat. Against the Mystics in July, she recorded the 2nd triple-double in Wings history with 14 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. Satou was selected as a 2023 All-Star Game starter, won Most Improved Player, and finished 5th in MVP voting. 2023 was also special for another milestone. The first time the Sabally sisters played against one another. They became just the 5th set of sisters to play against each other in WNBA history. With Satou playing at full force, the Wings finally had their first winning record since relocating to Dallas and looked to make some noise in the playoffs. The Wings cruised past the Atlanta Dream in the first round and reached their first semifinal since 2009, when they were still the Tulsa Shock. There, they ran into the Las Vegas Aces, who swept them on their way to a 2nd straight championship. The healthy streak didn't last much longer for Satou, as a shoulder injury she sustained playing in an Olympic qualifier sidelined her for the first half of the 2024 WNBA season. But she was able to make it back in time to play for the German national team in its first Olympics. She led them to the quarterfinals with an 18.8 points per game average, 2nd highest at the games. Back in the W after the Olympic break, she started the remaining 15 games and recorded career highs in assists per game and 3-point field goal percentage. Despite the injury, Satou joined Tamika Catchings as the only players in WNBA history to average more than 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists through the first 90 games of their career. Even with Satou's return, the Wings never gelled, losing their final 9 games to finish 9-31. At the end of the 2024 season, Satou's contract with Dallas was up, and she felt like her future was elsewhere. But since she was designated a core player by the Wings, she'd have to find a new team by way of a trade. On February 2nd, 2025, that trade came, a 4-teamer that sent Satou to the Phoenix Mercury. She was just as excited for a fresh start on the new-look Mercury as general manager Nick Uren was to have her.
I don't know where to begin in terms of the excitement from a versatility standpoint, from a size, from a shooting, from a passing, from a rebound standpoint. You can play any position. I know Coach Nate is so thrilled to think of the lineups you'll unlock. Apart from your presence on the floor, your worldliness, your magnetism, your wisdom at such a young age is something we're thrilled to add to our team.
It's evident the fit in Phoenix has been great. In her first game, Satou scored 27 points, setting a record for the most points scored by a Mercury player in their team debut. And she's kept up that pace, ranking among the league leaders in 20-point games and in the top 20 in scoring, rebounding, three-pointers made, and steals. The Mercury's style of play aligns perfectly with her strengths. Playing alongside the league's assist leader in Alyssa Thomas has helped facilitate Satou's scoring. Phoenix's pace, top 3 in the league, highlights just how fast she processes the game.
Sa is a special player. That's why I'm so excited that she's here and the future that we're going to have, just trying to help her continue to improve as a player. She's been so dang coachable. I want to give her a ton of credit for that. She was probably thinking that she was going to have to play one way, and now she's having to do more, which is a great experience for her.
We might associate the term more with Kristaps Porzingis' early days, but you could argue that Dirk Nowitzki first redefined how a unicorn played. His all-around skills and efficiency made him someone fellow German Satou idolized growing up. And of course, both started their careers in Dallas. Dirk has been a mentor throughout her career, not only giving her tips on shooting, but also providing a model for how to be a down-to-earth professional. With her 6'4" height but the mobility of a guard, she can find success anywhere on the floor. Her unicorn nickname is well-earned. So it's no surprise that Adidas, a German company, surprised one of its newest endorsers with a player edition of the Dawn Issue 6. It's a one-of-a-kind shoe for a player with a one-of-a-kind game, so you already know a unicorn logo made it onto the pull tab and insole. Her biggest challenge in living up to her basketball potential has been injuries. Even in a relatively healthy season this year, she had to miss the All-Star game, for which she was voted a starter again. As long as she can stay on the court, there's no reason the 27-year-old can't be a dominant player in the W for years to come. But basketball is just a fraction of what makes Satou a game changer. It's given her a platform to do work that is deeply important to her. Around the same time her WNBA dreams blossomed as a teenager, Satou was confronted with racism in Germany. People questioned whether she was really German just because she's black. Those experiences led to how open she is now about advocating for equality and calling out prejudice in all of its forms. That work began as soon as she arrived in America. At Oregon, she was selected as one of 2 Pac-12 representatives at the NCAA 2019 Leadership Forum. Kelly Graves, her then head coach, said Satou was more determined to make a difference in the world than anyone else he had ever coached. She studied crime, law, and society and minored in legal studies, graduating in just 3 years with honors. When her basketball career is over, she's considering law school. After being drafted into the W, she became the only rookie to serve in a leadership role on the WNBA Social Justice Council. Now she serves as a co-chair of the WNBA's Collective Bargaining Agreement Committee, advocating for improved player support and compensation.
Got a proposal from the league, which was honestly a slap in the face, and I think we really have to put an emphasis on the players that are in our league right now. But I love to see the league growing. I think, adding these teams in Philly and Detroit, that's how amazing is that the league can grow. But how cool would it also be to have a little bit expansion on the rosters? Let's focus on the teams that have everything set up right now, and maybe focus on the teams also that find excuses continuously to lack investment into their players.
She's worked with UNICEF to defend the human rights of children. She's partnered with a number of Black-owned businesses to create opportunities for economic mobility. She's expressed herself freely both on her social feeds and in arena tunnels. In 2023, she was voted by GQ readers as the most stylish player in the WNBA. She's modeled for Coach and been profiled in Vogue. After feeling uncomfortable wearing African clothing growing up in Germany, wearing what she wants now is a powerful act in itself. Much like another one of her sports idols in Muhammad Ali, Satou doesn't let being great in her sport distract her from the issues facing everyday people. She might be the rare athlete who makes even more of an impact on the world once her focus shifts away from basketball. But while she's still stepping onto the court, she'll keep pushing through all the things that could have stopped her from joining the long lineage of players you simply have to see to believe.